Hey guys, day 4. Hopefully you guys are watching those agenda videos so that way you know what you're doing today. Should have done your do now already, and now we're going to go into your news ELA today about a mummy that speaks again. So you're going to go to classwork. You're going to go scroll all the way down to the news ELA articles. You're going to find the mummy speaks again. Here was the me reading that Babylonian Empire news ELA. Here is going to be your article. And then right under here, you'll see this video that you're actually listening to now. So hopefully you find it. We're going to click on that News ELA article. Oops, sorry. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to scroll down so you can see it. Okay. And then I'm just going to start reading. I suggest you listening to it all the way through and answering those questions that are going to come up. But make sure that you are using your article for your questions. Okay. You want to get a good grade on that quiz. Okay. 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy speaks again with some high-tech help. Researchers have developed a model of a 3,000-year-old mummy's vocal tract. With the model, they've recreated the voice of a long-dead Egyptian priest. The sound was a vowel-like bleat. It sounded like something between the E in bed and the A in bad. This research was published in January 2020. The priest was named Nasianum. He likely would have been pleased with this recreation of his voice after death. The researchers knew it is the fulfillment of his belief, said John Schofield, to have his voice heard after death. Schofield is an archaeologist at the University of York in the United Kingdom. He is one of the authors of the study. Nasiam worked as a scribe, a priest who hand copied texts. We should know what a scribe is, guys, right? He served at the temple of Karnak in Thebes. The priest was mummified. He was then placed in a coffin carved with hieroglyphics. The text on the coffin was mainly from the Book of the Dead. The Egyptian text describes Egyptian beliefs about death and the afterlife. Scroll down for you. Since 1832, Nasiamun's body has been kept at Leeds City Museum in Britain. His body was unwrapped there. Scholars, surgeons, and chemists examined him. They used microscopes, endoscopes, and X-rays. Well-preserved vocal tract. Scientists have now made exact measurements of the mummy's vocal tract. They used a scanner at the local hospital. They found the vocal tract was well preserved. From this scan, they printed a 3D copy of his throat. The copy was then hooked up to a loudspeaker. The researchers created an electronic signal. It acted as a stimulation of a human larynx acoustic output, said study author David Howard. He studies human speech and singing at the University of London. The scientists then fed the signal through the reconstructed throat. They heard a reproduction of his voice. This research proved the design would actually work, said Howard. Simple ah-like sounds do not require movement of tongue or teeth. To produce other vowels would require changes to the shape of the vocal tract, he said. Manipulating the tract is the researcher's next step. The goal is to produce singing and speech. Biologically unique. Vocal tracts are biologically unique, said Daniel Bodoni. He is an aeroacoustics expert. He works at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. The study authors reproduced his entire vocal tract. They were careful to get everything from his lips down to the trachea. However, the vocal tract is only half of what makes the human being sound like the human being. The other half is found at the base of the tract. It consists of the vocal folds or vocal cords. Human vocal folds vibrate differently. The vibration produces richness and emotion. The sound is further changed by traveling through the tract. Accurate recreation. I do think the sound is an accurate recreation of a sound he would have made, said Bart de Boer. He is a researcher at Belgium, Verge University, Brussels. He studies the evolution of speech. The study's authors expect this recreation will be popular with museum goers. They plan to add other examples of his voice. When visitors encounter the past, it is usually a visual encounter. With this voice, we can change that. There is nothing more personal than somebody's voice. Okay. Now, these are the questions that are exactly on the quiz that you are going to take. Okay. So I'm going to exit out of this. Remember, I do suggest you doing a like half and half, like I said before, where you do half the screen over here with your quiz and then half the screen over here with me reading it. Makes things kind of easier for you guys, so that way you can listen to me reading the quiz questions. That's why I do it, to make sure that you guys get that modification. Okay, so this is where you're going to find your Mommy Speaks Again quiz. You're going to go to view assignment, and then you're going to click on the form. Okay, I am going to go into my own page, so that way you can see it how you would see it on your own screen. Okay, so clicked on it, and here are your questions. Okay, follow along. Remember, you can pause the video whenever you need to, so that way if I'm going too quick, you can pause it. All right. Number 1, what is the main idea of the article? So what is the main idea? What is the purpose of the article that we just read? A, scientists are installing a new mummy exhibit in a museum. B, mummies were well preserved in ancient Egypt. C, scientists used technology to make a mummy talk. Or D, this mummy wanted his voice to be heard in the afterlife. What was the main purpose? What was the main idea of this article? Number 2, read the sentence from the introduction. It sounded like something between the E in bed and the A in bad. How does the sentence above support the main idea of the article? A, it shows how scientists could accurately recreate part of the mummy's voice. B, it shows that scientists could make the copy of the vocal tract talk. C, it shows that scientists were successful in making a copy of the mummy's vocal tract. Or D, it shows how the vocal tract of the mummy sounded. Number 3, how do the study's authors think people will like the exhibit in the museum? So why do you think that people would like the mummy's voice there? So that is actually number 4. So I'm kind of jumping. I don't know why they got mixed up, but that's number 4. So make sure you're doing number 4 right now. Okay. People are not used to hearing sounds from the past. People are unfamiliar with well-preserved mummies. People will be able to connect more personally to the mummy. Or D, people will be able to get closer than ever to the mummy. And the last one I'm going to read is actually right here. This is the 3rd one here, okay? How did scientists bring the mummy's voice to life? A, by connecting a copy of the mummy's vocal tract to a computer. B, by blowing air through a copy of the mummy's vocal tract. C, by sending an electrical signal through a copy of the mummy's vocal tract. Or D, by sending an electrical signal through a copy of the mummy's vocal folds. Okay, so that is your quiz. Make sure you do use the article to help you. You can go back. If you start the quiz, it'll save. So hopefully, if you get in and you want to look at it, and then you go back out and you read the article again, or even if you do that split screen like I've been telling you guys to do, it'll be easier for you guys to go back and forth and look at both the article as well as the quiz. Okay. Today is Friday, so hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday, and we will get through another week together. All right. See ya.